So when I talk with families and they want to buy a home, but they decide not to, typically the reason is it's not affordable to them. And when I ask, what part is not affordable, well, they say, or what needs to change? And they go, well, interest rates. Now, interest rate is a key piece of affordability because it's going to dictate your monthly payment. But I feel like as a profession, both lenders and real estate agents, we can be doing a better job by sharing with our clients the other benefits. One thing we do during our hopes and dreams conversations is I ask people's permission after I figure out what their max payment is if we can talk about these benefits, which we're going to get to in a second. And the idea is not to stretch them, to put them in a position where they, that they'll be able to not afford the property. Because, doing this for 20 years, being around during the foreclosure time, that is something I never want to experience again. I'm going to ensure that my clients know that when they buy the house, that they can afford it. But it's a huge aspect of buying a house. Tax benefits, appreciation. Each time you make a payment, your balance goes down. It's like a 4 savings accounts. These are things that, in my experience, have really opened up my families that I work with eyes that, maybe they were looking at because their budget said they could buy here, but maybe their dream house is here. And this difference that we're about ready to talk about, or one piece that we're going to talk about, will allow them to get that dream home. So this is such an important thing to be sharing with families. I hope you at least take this one takeaway, because we're going to talk about something that I can't believe I just realized, but home affordability. Buying a home just got more affordable, and especially people out there that already own homes. Oh, you're going to have a surprise when it comes to your tax returns, because you're going to receive more money back as a result of what we're about to talk about. We're going to talk about SALT, and not salt and pepper, but SALT taxes. Here you go. Let me bring it up real quick. Okay, so here we go. So SALT deduction. We're going to compare 2024 versus 2025 in the one big beautiful bill. Now, keep in mind, I know this is a sensitive topic. We're not here to be political or anything like that. My job is just to share with you some of the changes that are going to help buying a home more affordable. And my friends, this is one of them. So I'm going to bring this bigger, and I'm going to X-nay me out here. So let's talk about the SALT deduction change overview. First, let's talk about what SALT is. SALT stands for state and local taxes, state income taxes, local taxes, property taxes. So why does this matter? Why does this matter? Well, you're going to find out here. SALT deduction allows taxpayers to itemize to reduce their federal income tax by the amount of state and local taxes paid up to a cap limit. This deduction is especially valuable for residents living in high tax states like California, New York, and Connecticut. It's just, you're going to love this. I promise you. Right now, the SALT cap is about $10,000. $10,000. So we're talking about state taxes, local taxes, and property taxes, all capped at $10,000. I think a lot of us probably pay more in property taxes than $10,000. So we're getting like zero. We're not getting the full benefit of all the stuff that we're paying. All right, let's go ahead here. So let's compare. All right, SALT cap. 2024 under current law is $10,000, $5,000 if you're married filing separately. Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, it's $40,000 per return, $20,000 if married. There's no phase out in 2024, but in 2025 on this new bill, if you make $500,000 or higher, it's going to phase out eventually, because hey, you make great money, and that's just kind of how it is. Inflation adjustment, no, but under this new bill, it's going to be 1% per year until 2029. Then it reverts to $10,000 back to $10,000 in 2030. This is a huge win for us in California in these high tax areas here. So let me give you an example here. There we go. Okay, we already went over that. So let's say, for example, you're a California family and you're married filing jointly, and your gross income is about $250,000. You're paying, and by the way, you guys look, I'm not a CPA, all right? So if these numbers don't all jive, I'm just trying to give you the concept. Can we agree on that? This is just a concept. You want to talk to your CPA and go over your specific numbers with them. Okay, now that we covered that, let's bring it back up. Let's say you pay state taxes about $15,000, property taxes of about $9,000. And so your total SALT you're paying is $24,000. Well, in 2024, you're just going to be capped at $10,000. Well, now under this new SALT cap, you're going to be able to deduct $24,000. So what does that mean to you in real money? Well, it's going to depend on your tax basis, but approximately you're going to get $3,360 per month. Excuse me, not per month. That'd be awesome. In addition to when you file your tax returns, that's real money coming back to you. That's a vacation. That's paying off debt. That's some renovations. I mean, there's a lot of money. And by the way, that's not even capped. If you have more property taxes, that amount's going to be even bigger if you pay more state taxes. So here's my point. My point is that if you're thinking of buying a home, but you're nervous about the monthly payment and you've done your online research, which is wonderful, you still want to talk with someone like me that's a professional that's been doing this for 20 plus years. We've helped hundreds, if not thousands of families navigate this and save money on their mortgage and share with them how they can get their tax benefits, investments, and just really secure a strong future for them, their family, and their kids and their future kids and all that wonderful stuff. So there's a QR code. I don't know. I always get confused right there. It's a hopes and dreams conversation. This conversation, I'm not going to pull your credit. There's no obligations. There's no documents. It's just you and I getting a strategy session together to help you save money and put a plan in place. My goal is to help as many families as I can create wealth through generations. And here's the thing. We're expecting single digit appreciation up for the next foreseeable years. Great wealth can be created through single digit appreciation in this market. Paul Obrantz, Clear to Close Brokers. Hope this helped. Have a wonderful day. Bye.